Me after joining ICE, just so I can turn around and aim my gun at ICE agents instead of protesters. Get it, guys? He's saying he would shoot ICE officers. And it's not meant literally or seriously. That said, it's still a totally irresponsible and reckless thing to post. We got to talk about a truly deranged story featuring one of my favorite, and yes, I say that entirely sarcastically, characters from the internet. His name is Spencois, or Spencer, and he is a TikTok influencer with, I believe, 20 million followers. He does these rants, and he started out as just kind of a funny, comedic, cultural commentator guy. He's obviously a gay dude, and he at some point morphed into a pseudo political activist, but he doesn't actually know anything about politics. So he just gives like unhinged left-wing takes and rants and does like parrots things from activist organizations that feed him stories he doesn't understand and that kind of thing. And he posted something incredibly incendiary and unfortunate to social media that he's now playing the victim. And I think once you see what he posted, you will not appreciate that. So he posted a video of him dancing to music and showing himself like shooting finger guns. And then the caption says, "Me after joining ICE, just so I can turn around and aim my gun at ICE agents instead of protesters." Get it, guys? He's saying he would shoot ICE officers. Now, I do not, because I am a creature of the internet and a digital native, I do not interpret this literally. I do not hear this or see this and suspect that Spencois is actually going to enlist an ICE or actually going to shoot an ICE officer. It's clearly hyperbole. It's clearly trolling, and it's not meant literally or seriously. That said, it's still a totally irresponsible and reckless thing to post, like really gross and unacceptable when you're somebody with a platform and an audience of millions of impressionable young people, and we're in a time of rising political violence. You're joking about shooting law enforcement because you don't like what they're doing. That's actually unacceptable. And it's the kind of thing that, I don't necessarily think it's a crime, but should it get you a strike on TikTok? Should it get you banned from TikTok potentially? Maybe. Should it lead to brands no longer working with you? Yes. Should it lead to people mass unfollowing you? Absolutely. So I would love to see Spencer face consequences and it's not the first time he's posted things suggesting so that kind of implying he does this where it's like he doesn't fully come out and say it, but he's like hinted at wanting someone to like take out Trump and kill Trump. And I'm sorry, but when we're living in a time when political violence is on the rise, it's not funny and it's not something to joke about. It's something to be clear-eyed and denounce. Whether you want to, or whether you are on the left or the right, it shouldn't matter. It's a matter of decency and democracy and civilization versus barbarism and anarchy, really. And yet you have people like this for whatever unfortunate reason, have gifted or walked their way, snoozed their way into having significant digital audiences that abuse it so recklessly. Now, in the least surprising turn of events imaginable, the Libs of TikTok account, which is a right-wing Twitter account that like posts extreme left-wing people and shames them and targets them and sometimes tries to get them fired and other things, posted Spencois' video and wrote, "TikToker with nearly 20 million followers suggests he will infiltrate ICE in order to kill agents." Okay. I think that it may have gone over Libs of TikTok, the woman that runs that account, her head a little bit. Like, I really don't believe he meant this literally. And I think there might be a little bit of a media literacy challenge there. She seems to not really get how people speak on the internet or vibes. So but I mean, it's true. That is what the caption says. It is almost certainly not literally meant to suggest that. But anyway, I guess you're right. It's not like sometimes Libs of TikTok will take like a teacher with 5 followers that posted something in a Facebook comment on their private page and blast them and cause their school to be bombarded with phone calls or something. That's not what this is. This is a guy with millions of followers publicly posting irresponsible, dangerous rhetoric. And I think conservative accounts, people like me, whatever, we have every right or even an obligation to call that shit out. So I have no issue with Libs of TikTok sharing this post. But you know who has an issue with it? Suddenly, Spencer, who is ill. He's a victim, guys. You don't understand. He just posts on the internet and people are mean to him. So I'm not kidding. He decided that his response to this attention, which he absolutely ordered. It's like that meme of here's the attention you ordered. And that shit pisses me off when people intentionally behave in inflammatory ways to bring attention to themselves and then act victimized when they then receive attention. You can't do that. You can't bring something upon yourself and then act like it has been forced upon you. At least not if you expect us to do anything other than despise you. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Spence. Anyway, we're going to watch his video where he plays the victim after he was the one who did this. And then people just, they used to talk about cancel culture when people being unfairly canceled. They're like, it's not cancel culture, it's just accountability. In this case, that's like low-key kind of true. And he's still playing the victim. Listen to this.
So Miss Wawa needs to address something that's been happening to me today. But this is not the first time this has happened to me. A right-wing creator made a video telling people to report me to the FBI because of a joke I made in one of my videos. I've also had people report me to the FBI for some of my political takes, which for granted is expected, especially for someone who's so politically outspoken online.
All right, we're already off to so many red flags and so much bullshit. I barely even know where to begin. Something happened to me. You started it. You did it. Jokes I made online. You wrote that you wanted to shoot ICE officers. Even though I do believe it's meant sort of as a joke, it's like you weren't dropping puns, okay? Like to say it's just a joke. Oh, I got reported to the FBI in the past for some of my political commentary. I mean, your political commentary includes suggesting that you want someone to kill Trump. Like, and being sad that he missed and all sorts of other stuff. Like that's not just, people are harassing me for saying my opinion. It's like, come on. You can't intentionally say like extreme and dangerous things and then I guess you can, but you're just a liar. Like you're just not honest at all. I can't say I'm shocked by that, but it's still freaking annoying.
Spoken online. However, let me be very clear. That is harassment. That is an attempt to silence someone politically by trying to get law enforcement involved. Now I keep seeing people in my comments and in this right-wing creator's comments saying shit like, why didn't you care when Clinton did this? Or why didn't you care when Obama was doing this? Well, first of all, Bill Clinton was president from 1993 to 2001. And the reasoning as to why I didn't talk about it is very simple. Come close. I wasn't born yet. I wasn't alive. So you bitches sound dumb. Now let's get into Obama. Obama was president from 2009 to 2017. And during that time, I was a teenager who wasn't legally allowed to vote. The reason people my age are speaking up now isn't because we suddenly care. It's because we finally have a voice. And due to the rise in popularity of social media internationally, we now have a place to express our opinions and concerns.
All right, this is the problem. It is so disingenuous to suggest all you did was express your opinions and concerns. No, you cross the line into violent rhetoric in a time when people are being shot at and killed for their political beliefs. So of course people are going to be upset with you, and that is not harassment. That is not them trying to silence you for just giving your opinion. If you had just said ICE out of Minnesota, if you'd even just said F ICE, if you even said abolish ICE, nobody would be reporting you to the FBI for that. Or if they did, the FBI would immediately disregard that because it's just your First Amendment protected speech. But when you start joking about killing people, I mean, what do you expect? That people aren't going to react to that? You can't have it both ways, where you want to go viral, you want to be a shit stirrer, you intentionally are controversial and rage bait people, then play the victim when you get the rage you ordered. No. Your victim card is declined, Spencer. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And for the record, I don't worship politicians. I don't care about what political party somebody is in. I care about what they do, who gets hurt by it, and how it affects people.
Yeah, you're very concerned about people getting hurt as you joke about shooting ICE officers and meme about how you wish Trump had been killed.
Affects people. I think this entire system should rot. What's happening right now with immigration enforcement, policing, and how the government treats people, it's something a lot of Americans find disturbing. And we're allowed to talk about that.
You did not just talk about how you find it disturbing. I'm gonna crash out. This is insane gaslighting. We're allowed to talk about it, that we find it bothersome what ICE is doing. No one said you weren't, babe. They said you probably shouldn't joke about shooting ICE officers. And also, if you should at least make it clear it's a joke, because it's not clear with you how unhinged he is and his other posts and context. It's not crystal clear.
Talk about that, especially when some of you are so brainwashed that you participate in supporting a system that is actively working against you. But what we're not gonna do is use the FBI or federal tip lines as a weapon against people you don't agree with online. That's not patriotism, that's intimidation. And unfortunately for you, it doesn't work on me. I'm not gonna get bullied into silence because some old bootlicking degenerate online doesn't agree with my political takes. And what's even crazier is you bitches are grown. Like, you are grown adults. So why don't you do us both a favor and check that 401k before you try to check me? Thank you.
What on earth is he babbling about? The people reporting you and mad at you are grown adults. So are you, sir. You're like 25. Just because you still talk like a 15-year-old doesn't mean that you are, and is not an excuse. It would literally not be an excuse for a 15-year-old to have posted what you posted. If I was that kid's parent, they're losing social media until they turn 18. They're getting in serious trouble. Immediately delete and seriously punish. And yet you're going to try to say it's weird that other adults get upset with an adult with 20 million followers posting violent rhetoric. It's like, go worry about your retirement account. You really thought you ate with that, huh, Spencer? But you did not at all. Like, this whole video just reeks of cope and wannabe victimhood and zero accountability for your own damn actions that led to this in the first place. So you got the attention you ordered. You are not a victim. You're just insufferable. That's my message to you, Spencer, and to the TikTokers and influencers more broadly who want the benefits and upside of rage baiting and seeking controversy, but then think they're going to get away with playing the victim when they get exactly what they sought out after to begin with. That's not going to fly, not anymore, and we're not having it. That's my take, but y'all will have to let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, like, yada, yada, yada. And that'll be it for today's episode of the Brad vs. Everyone podcast. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk again real soon.